A buck or doe, believe it so. A pheasant or a hare
were set on earth for everyone quite equally to share. So poacher bold as iron foal, keep up your gallant heart and think about those poachers bold that night in Rufford Park. They say that 40 gallant poachers, they were in distress. They'd often been attacked when their number it was less. So poacher bold as iron foal, keep up your gallant heart and think about those poachers bold that night in Rufford Park. Among the gores to settle scores, those 40 gathered stones to make a fight for poor men's rights and break the keeper's bones. So poacher bold as iron foal, keep up your gallant heart and think about those poachers bold that night in Rufford Park. The keepers went with flails against those poachers and their cause, so no man there again would dare defy the rich man's laws. So poacher bold as iron foal, keep up your gallant heart and think about those poachers bold that night in Rufford Park.
All on the ground with mortal wound, head keeper Roberts lay. He never will rise up until the final judgment day.
Of all that band who made a stand to set a net or snare, the 4 men brought before the court were tried for murder there. So poacher bold as iron foal, keep up your gallant heart and think about those poachers bold that night in Rufford Park. The judge, he said, for Robert's death transported you must be to serve a term of 40 years in convict slavery. So poacher bold as iron foal, keep up your gallant heart and think about those poachers bold that night in Rufford Park.
A buck or doe, believe it so. A pheasant or a hare were
set on earth for everyone quite equally to share. So poacher bold, your tale is told, keep up your gallant heart and think about those poachers bold that night in Rufford Park.
If I had wings like Noah's dove, I'd fly up the river to the one I love. Fare thee well, oh honey, fare thee well. And I had a man who was long and tall, moved his body like a cannonball. Fare thee well, oh honey, fare thee well. I remember one evening in the pouring rain, and in my heart was an aching pain. Fare thee well, oh honey, fare thee well. Sure as a bird flying high above. Life ain't worth living without the one you love. Fare thee well. Oh, honey, fare thee well. Fare thee well.
Bye-bye.
3.
You seek the Mothman, best beware.
In the deep, deep woods of West Virginia, be careful not to lose your way out there. In the green, beguiling bird and nature's terrifying servants, more fearsome than any grizzly bear.
Bright red eyes in the bushes, razor sharp claws and jet black hair. You better pray to your gods when that body sound starts. You seek the Mothman, best beware.
Good thing I packed my night vision goggles, a big bug net and 6 rolls of duct tape. I've been studying its movements and I've made some key improvements. This time the Mothman surely won't escape.
Bright red eyes in the bushes, razor sharp claws and jet black hair. You better pray to your God when that body sound starts. You see the Mothman, best beware.
Country roads ain't taking me back home.
Way back home.
They've led me down a path that's dark and wrong.
It's dark and wrong.
If you found my last recording and you're hell-bent on exploring, take heed, my friends, and listen to this song.
Bright red eyes in the bushes, razor sharp claws and jet black hair. You better pray to your gods when that buzzing sound starts. You see the Mothman, best beware. Good God, there's bright red eyes in the bushes, razor sharp claws and jet black hair. You better pray to your gods when that buzzing sound starts. You see the Mothman, best beware. You better pray to your gods when that buzzing sound starts. You seek the Mothman, best beware. You seek the Mothman, best beware. Soaring skywards, leaping sideways, do or die words cleave the air. Joy and laughter, mornings after, raise the rafters, we don't care if the roof's beyond repair. Raise the rafters, raise the rafters, raise the rafters, we don't care if the roof's beyond repair. Sisters, brothers, to all others, let this be our guiding star. Hearts on fire, but no Messiah. Hear the music from afar. What we sing is what we are. Hear the music, hear the music, hear the music from afar. What we sing is what we are. Over hills and over valleys, over mountains, over seas. nations shouting, until nations cease to be. Unison in harmony. Until nations cease to be. Unison in harmony. Until nations cease to be. Unison in harmony.
There once was a woman in Woodbridge, there was, so proper and tidy and all of them things. She would wander all day with a duster in hand. She was one of those women who clean where they stand. And while she is at it, she sings, boys. And while she is at it, she sings. And you sing too at home.
What's your note there, Andy?
I know. And while she is at it, she sings.
While she is at it, she
I can go off a little bit if you want.
That's fine with me.
Right.
Yeah. Now there's no doubt about it, her house was a show, with everything proper and stowed in its place. And that's why her dustbins had a shed of their own, like a mirror each one of those bins that had grown. You could read every line in your face, boys.
You could read every line in your face.
Now there's nothing the matter with tidiness, no. No matter with keeping your house up to scratch. But these bins were located one side of a yard where a Doberman pincer was prowling on guard. Trained to kill if you lifted the latch, boys.
Trained to kill if you lifted the latch.
Now it's all very well to protect what is yours, and it's better not leaving temptation around, but the job of the dust is rewarding enough, and there's nothing like taking the smooth with the rough. To be savaged by some bloody hound, boys.
To be savaged by some bloody hound.
Woof. Now this Doberman pincer would play in the yard, and a couple of old tennis balls was his game. In his make-believe game, it's himself that he saw as the world's only dog with a bionic jaw. And that's when the garbage man came, boys.
And that's when the garbage man came.
Now fate took a hand on this coldest of days.
Don't touch me.
For his wife, she had made him to wear a warm coat and to knot up his muffler to keep out the chill. And for once in his life, he had bent to her will.
And the dog.
And the dog couldn't get at his throat, boys.
And the dog couldn't get at his throat.
God, this song's enormous.
Now when the woman above was drawn to the noise, it's down from a high chamber window she calls to the dustman engaged in a struggle for life. In a middle-class tone you could cut with a knife. She loudly exclaimed, "Kick his balls, boys!"
She loudly exclaimed, "Kick his balls!"
Now the dustman could scarcely believe the command, but he didn't have time to request it again. So ignoring distinctions of language and class, he unleashed a size 10 up the Doberman's ass. And its eyes misted over with pain, boys.
And its eyes misted over with pain.
Now imagine the silence that followed that blow. With the command ringing on in the poor dustman's ears, and as the poor doggy lay writhing around, you could see the 2 tennis balls there on the ground. And her meaning was rendered quite clear, boys.
And her meaning was rendered quite clear.
Now I'd like to explain that this dog was a stud, and the dustman was sued for the fees he had lost. But as lucky he was to escape with his life, he went home with a kiss for his poor startled wife, who harangued him for what it might cost, boys.
Who harangued him for what it might cost.
Now, if there's a moral to be gained from this song, it's that innocent language might sometimes sound crude. And as in the case of the carpenter's mate, your linguistic enlightenment might arrive late. And you could end up getting screwed, boys. And you could end up getting screwed. Screwed. Balls. 3, 4. Now it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing else to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux. I wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and take off one more youngster in the gale. Well, the kid was so damn eager, it was all so big and new. You never had to tell him twice or find him work to do. And evenings on the mess deck, he was always first to sing, show us pictures of the girl he'd wed in spring. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed white-and girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. Now it's a thing that us old-timers know, in a sultry summer calm there comes a blow from nowhere and it goes off like a bomb, and a 15,000-tonner can be thrown upon her beam, while the gale takes all before it with a scream. Well, the kid was on the hatches, lying staring at the sky. From where I stood, I swear I could see tears fall from his eye. So I hadn't the heart to tell him that he should be on a line, even on a night so warm and fine. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed white-haired girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. When it struck, he sat up with a start. I roared to him, get down. But for all that he could hear, I could as well not made a sound. So I clung there to the stanchions, and I felt my face go pale as he crawled hand over hand along the rail. I could feel her heeling over with the fury of the blow. I watched the rail go under then, so terrible and slow. Then like some great dog she shook herself and roared upright again. Far over tide I heard him call my name. So I told these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed white-haired girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. So it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux, and wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail, and we'll have one more youngster in the gale. But I tell these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed white-haired girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall.
Bravo.
Oh boy.
Bright morning star arising. Bright morning star arising. Bright morning star arising. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear fathers?
Happy birthday, Graham.
Oh, where are our dear fathers? Oh, where are our dear fathers? Day is a-breaking in my soul. Some are down in the valley praying. Some are down in the valley praying. Some are down in the valley praying. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Some have gone to heaven shouting. Some have gone to heaven shouting. Some have gone to heaven shouting. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Bright morning star rising. Bright morning star rising. Bright morning star rising. Day is a-breaking in my soul.
Oh, wild and furious blew the blast, and the clouds were hanging round.
Oh, don't I know it?
When the Dandenong from Melbourne sailed to Newcastle port was bound. She had 83 poor souls on board. Through the storm she cleaved her way. Well, it's sad to relate her terrible fate was just off Jarvis Bay. And I dream of you, I dream of sleep, and I dream of you, I dream of sleep.
So I burped into the microphone.
I dream of being warm, but through the night I have to sail. Oh, through this raging storm.
1,000 apologies.
While steering through the briny waves, a propelling shaft gave way, and the waters they came crashing in, which filled us with dismay. All hands on board did all they could, till at length all hope was gone, and they hoisted a signal of distress on board of the Dandenong. And I dream of you, I dream of sleep, and I dream of you, I dream of sleep, I dream of being warm, but through the night I have to sail, oh, through this raging storm. It was not long until a bark of a brisk and lively crew came bearing down, and the captain cried, "We'll see what we can do." Came bearing down with might and main, in spite of land or wave. They did all they could as sailors would, those precious lives to save. And I dream of you, I dream of sleep, and I dream of you, I dream of sleep, I dream of being warm, but through the night I have to sail, oh, through this raging storm. Now some in boats they try to reach that kind and friendly bark, and numbers of their lives were saved, but the night came on pitch dark. What mortal man then could do more when the storm increased on strong, and the rest now sleep in the briny deep, along with the Dandenong. And I dream of you, I dream of sleep, and I dream of you, I dream of sleep, I dream of being warm, but through the night I have to sail, oh, through this raging storm. Cold winds blow across the harbor, cold winds on the inland sea, same winds that called our fathers, cold winds are calling me. Ice forms on deck and whiskers, light a fire and stay below. Shut up tight, the winds are whispers. Pass the bottle, it's time to go. Cold winds blow across the harbor, cold winds on the inland sea, same winds that called our fathers, cold winds are calling me. Rise up and dog the hatches. Mind your hands, they're cracked and sore. Check the lines on your way inland.
Time to get a job ashore. Cold winds blow across the harbour. Cold winds on the inland sea. Same winds that called our fathers. Cold winds are calling me. Sun and spray and full moon autumns. Wood and water, frost and snow. Early snows mean early winters. Taste each season as it grows. Cold winds blow across the harbour. Cold winds on the inland sea. Same winds that called our fathers. Cold winds are calling me. Cold winds blow across the harbour. Cold winds on the inland sea. Same winds that called our fathers. Cold winds are calling me.
When two lovers meet down beside the green bower. When two lovers meet down beneath the green tree. When Mary, fond Mary, declared unto her lover, you have stolen my poor heart from the banks of the Lee. I loved her very dearly, so truly and sincerely. There was no one in this wide world I loved better than she. Every bush and every bower, every wild Irish flower reminds me of my Mary on the banks of the Lee. Well, don't stay out late, love, on the moorlands, my Mary. Well, don't stay out late, love, on the moorlands from me. How little was our notion when we parted on the ocean, that we were forever parted from the banks of the Lee. I loved her very dearly, so truly and sincerely. There was no one in this wide world I loved better than she. Every bush and every bower, every wild Irish flower reminds me of my Mary on the banks of the Lee. I will pluck, my love, some roses, some blooming Irish roses. I will pluck, my love, some roses, the fairest that ever grew, and I'll lay them on the grave of my own true lovely Mary, in that cold and silent churchyard where she sleeps 'neath the dew. I loved her very dearly, so truly and sincerely. There was no one in this wide world I loved better than she. Every bush and every bower, every wild Irish flower reminds me of my Mary on the banks of the Lee.
I once met a man who said he was a fan. He wanted to sing in a shanty band, but the bottom of his face looked weird.
So weird.
There was skin on his chin that I loathed in fear. From his crown to his ear, he was most sincere. But you can't sing shanties if you got no beard. Got no beard, you got no beard. You can't sing shanties if you got no beard. Got no beard, you got no beard. You can't sing shanties if you got no beard.
I once met a girl who'd heard sea songs. She came to the show and she sang along, but the timing with the shout was slow.
slow.
She's graced with a face like the morning glow, but her hollow as a blow from the very front row. Said he can't sing shanties if he can't shout ho.
Can't shout ho, you can't shout ho. He can't sing shanties if he can't shout ho. Can't shout ho, he can't shout ho. He can't sing shanties if he can't shout ho. And he got no beard. I once met a guy in a weird machine, had wheels and a bell, no mask to be... Was that you?
That's my verse.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
Okay. It's okay, I forgive you. I once met a guy in a weird machine, had wheels and a bell, no mask to be seen. He was shouting from a pad of notes.
No notes!
But the wheels got gored in his overcoat, and he fell from the pier, clawing at his throat. So you can't sing shanties if you don't on a boat. Don't on a boat, you don't on a boat. You can't sing shanties if you don't on a boat. Don't on a boat, you don't on a boat. You can't sing shanties if you don't on a boat. And you can't shout ho, and you got no beard.
I once met a bloke at a tavern floor. He'd had 10 beers,
Well,
but I had 10 more. His pinky little face
Oink.
was pink.
So pink.
He tried to sing the words, but all out of sync with a voice so bad it'll make you think that you can't sing shanties if you can't hold your drink.
Can't only drink, you can't only drink. You can't sing shanties if you can't hold your drink. Can't only drink, you can't only drink. You can't sing shanties if you can't hold your drink. And you don't on a boat and you can't shout ho, and you got no beard. I once met a sailor all big and broad with an eye patch parrot and a long curved sword, chest like a powder keg.
Big chest.
But he had both shoes and they smelled like eggs. I expected would look better with a wooden peg, because you can't sing shanties if you got two legs. Got two legs, you got two legs. You can't sing shanties if you got two legs. Got two legs, you got two legs. You can't sing shanties if you got two legs. And you can't and you drink and you don't on a boat and you can't shout ho, and you got no beard. Well, Anna's got no beard.
And Dave, he's up here somewhere.
Rest his soul. There he is. I see him.
He's
at the
here.
back.
Sorry, Dave.
There he is.
Dave, he's got a bike. Disgusting.
Davey's got an electric cutting machine.
And Rowie's father-in-law had boats, but won't sing on the mic.
Lots happened since this song was written. JD can't shout ho because his wife takes much offence.
And Andy's got two beautiful hairy legs. Weirdly, that's the one that's changed the most.
What?
And his legs are neither hairy or
Present.
present.
The one that's changed them. My legs haven't changed at all. They still exist.
That's the and his legs are the one constant.
Yeah.
But there's no reason good enough not to join us. So sing along with the very last chorus. Oh, it's been a disaster. Thank you, everybody. 2, 3, 4. Got no beard, you got no beard. You can't sing shanties if you got no beard. Got no beard, you got no beard. You can't sing shanties if you got no beard. Oh, got no beard, you got no beard. You can't sing shanties if you got no beard. Got no beard, you got no beard. You can't sing shanties if you got no beard. And you got two legs and you can't only drink and you don't on a boat and you can't shout ho and you got no friends. Friends.
What?
Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now, when a letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I'd ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken mad on a Halifax deer, the last of Barrett's privateers. Good luck, chaps. Oh, else did Barrett cried the town. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now, But to any brave man or fisherman who would make for him the Antelope's crew, God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Antelope sloop was a sickening sight. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She'd a list to the port and her sails in rags, and the cook in the scuppers with the staggers and jags. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the King's birthday we put to sea. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. We were 91 days to Montego Bay, pumping like madmen all the way. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the 96th day we sailed again. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. When a bloody great Yankee hove in sight with a cracked 4-pounders made to fight. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Yankee lay low down with gold. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She'd had broad and fat and loose in stays, but to catch it took the Antelope 2 whole days. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Then at length we stood 2 cables away. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Our correct 4-pounders made an awful din, but we're one fat ball the Yanks stove us in. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Antelope shook and pitched on her side. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Barrett was smashed like a bowl of eggs, and the main check carried up both my legs. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. So here I lay in my 23rd year. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. It's been 6 years since we sailed away, and I just made Halifax yesterday. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.